Major Music.
What's up? Like to welcome y'all back to Major Music TV. It's your boy D Dot coming at y'all with another video for this week. If this is your first time on the channel, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. I like to talk about topics such as music marketing, pro audio, and audio engineering. Sometimes may even go over like sound packs or expansions or plugins, kind of like we're gonna do today. I'm not necessarily, this is not a review or anything. I use Equator actually to make beats sometimes, so it's something that I never really talked about on the channel, and maybe there's somebody else out there interested in trying Equator or other M.P.E MIDI polyphonic expression plugins out there, because it's not just a standard on the Mac or PC, it's also a standard now on iPad. There are a lot of M.P.E compatible apps such as like Cubase's. Noise is actually another app, for example, that Roli makes for the iPad. Or there's another VST as well called Cypher, which uses M.P.E. So it is starting to become a standard, and Roli is just one of the many different companies that make MIDI instruments like that. They were kind of one of the first ones out the gate. Many of you probably on other videos saw me use this controller on the videos. This is the keyboard block from Roli. It's Bluetooth, and I like it because I can just throw it in my bag whenever I'm traveling. It's even more portable than my Arturia Mini Lab. And also you have the LightPad M from Roli. Those two actually kind of work hand in hand together. You may have seen me do a couple of videos with these, but these are two M.P.E compatible controllers that you can use for your iPad or for your computer as well. So what is M.P.E? I actually did another video explaining what M.P.E is, and I'm gonna leave that link in the description below. But I just wanted to kind of go over Equator and show you guys a little bit about it, because it is something that I use sometimes in my workflow. Alright, so right now I'm actually on Roli's website, so let's take a look here at Equator here from their website. So here it says Equator is the world's first software synthesizer built for MIDI polyphonic expression. So think of MIDI polyphonic expression, for example, when a guitarist strums their guitar, maybe someone playing the violin plays their violin with some kind of expression, kind of like they're really vibing to the music, for example. You can do the same actually with the keyboard block. You can, and we're gonna explore just some of the gestures and how you can use the keyboard block in your workflow. Now they also make larger versions of the keyboard, and I think there is a 49 key keyboard, and I believe there is a 81 as well. But I went with the keyboard block because I like the portability of it even more, and then it is one of the better Bluetooth MIDI controllers that I've used between my Mac and between my iPad. So going here and looking a little bit more, you got option here for how you want to purchase Equator. You can purchase it in full for $179, or in my case, being that I did buy the keyboard block, one of the things that they did offer after purchasing that was the upgrade for $79, and that'll go if you purchase any of the other MIDI controllers from Roli as well. And as you can see down here, other things works as a VST and an audio unit plugin, and it also works in standalone mode, so you can use it in standalone mode, like if you want to just use it to create your own sounds, save it to the preset bank, and then pull it up in whatever DAW that you use. And there's your answer right there. So as to where like I've paid $79, you actually get it included free with the Songmaker kit from Roli or the Keyboard Rise. The Songmaker kit is actually going to be I think they're 25 key like I got here, the keyboard block, and the Lightpad M, which is the Lightpad M. This is it right here. Alright, now as I open up the Equator VST, you're going to come up on this front page right here. Now this is where your actual, pretty much all your controls is for the synth. Now if I want to change sound, I can go up here to where it says 3-octave vintage lead here, and I can click on it, and this menu will come up right here. So on this menu, you're going to have all the sounds basically that you have in your library. The factory sounds from Roli. Now one other cool thing about this is, as I was saying earlier, like with the Noise app, inside of the Noise app it does come with its own sound bank. But on top of that, you can actually purchase additional expansions, just like you can, for example, on a lot of other asset programs like Machine, Beatmaker. You just name that program or app, and same thing, you can purchase sound packs for it. Now also, you can download other sounds from online. These are going to be a collection of not only pre-made sounds directly from Roli, but also user-created sounds through the Roli community. Now if you look below that, you're going to have a couple of different Roli devices and MIDI keyboards. So you got the Rise, the Grand, you got the Blocks, which I'm going to be using, and you have the Lumi. Now if I go back onto the main page, I can actually, so if I go back now onto the main page, so I can play like this, and you know, let's go through some of these sounds so you can kind of see how it operates. Now, I kind of like that. I might have to cook up something with that one. So if I wanted to go in a little further and actually make my own sounds or stack two different sounds together, whatever that looks like, you could actually click here on this sample icon, and notice that just lit up. And if I do the second one right under it as well, so it went back to the Atlantic string pluck. But I can go in here, let's say, go with the nylon guitar. And I'm gonna switch up the second one to, let's say, I'll put a flute there. That don't go good together. Or let's say we want. And we can actually do other things along the lines of, well, if you notice here also on the front panel here, we are going to have 3 different oscillators. And then you got 2 filters right here as well that you can change up. And then, yeah, some other effects here like bit crusher, distortion, EQ, chorus, delay, and reverb on the right side. The controls here at the bottom are going to be for a lot of the MIDI polyphonic expression controls here. So it's going to have a little bit more, depending on which C-board or keyboard that you have at home, because it does have some of the 5D our polyphonic expression gestures here, like strike, which that's just gonna be just a tap like this. Glide is and then slide just with a little bit more pressure, and then press is just simply in place. And then you have another and then at the bottom of the page you can see here you can see whatever keys that you're hitting on your keyboard. And of course, just like I said about the rise controls, if, like, for example, if you have a keyboard with a larger amount of keys, or more keys on it, obviously you're going to see that here. Now we go here, you could actually adjust more settings right inside of the menu here. If you want to save your presets right here in this menu, you can do that from here. And then you got two views basically. Right now we're in the editor mode, but then you can go to the control mode here, and it'll kind of just show you a lot of those effects here in a more top to bottom fashion, rather than having the placement all around the screen. And then I can go back to Equator control here. So now let's just say let's go ahead and make a quick banger.